What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from sneakerfiles.com recapping the news, and once again we have a lot of stuff to talk about, mainly from Nike and Jordan Brand, but more from Jordan Brand. But first, if you enjoy the content in this video, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit the red button below. Just to give you a brief summary of what's in this, and I mean a very brief summary, we have two more shoes to talk about releasing in 2020, more upcoming collaborations between Nike and Jordan Brand, and a lot more. But without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. In yesterday's video, I showcased the Adidas T-Mac 1 in black and royal, and also had some release information, and now to follow that up, we have a look at the white and royal pair. Pretty much just like the black and royal, except they feature white. That's pretty much it. That's the biggest difference. So it appears that they're releasing a home and away version of the shoe, and both will release on March 1st. Retail price is $160. Now, I'm a fan of the shoe, and I stated this in the last video. You don't have to rush to grab these. $160 is a bit steep. I personally would hold off and find them on sale probably in a month or two. I'm sure you remember that Nike released a bunch of shoes that featured the whole South Beach theme, and to me it was a dope colorway, no doubt about it. But over time it kind of got played out because so many shoes were releasing in that like teal blue type shade along with pink. Now over the past year, Nike has slowly introduced this theme back, not heavily, not like they once did, but they're going to do so next month on the Nike Air Max Plus. Now, instead of calling the shoe South Beach, they have nicknamed them Miami Vice. Pretty much the same thing, but looking closer at this shoe, they feature black across the base, and then the overlays has a light blue to pink gradient. In addition, that same shade of blue lands on the Nike swoosh, and then pink is applied to the midfoot shank plate. Now, for those that want to grab this pair, you got a little bit of time to wait. They drop on March 21st, and retail price will be $160. We finally have some release information on the Sacai Nike LDV waffle. Now, this shoe goes with the whole double up theme, and as you can see, they feature double midsoles, stitching, and much more. Now, two colorways are releasing. One comes in Green Gusto, Black, Varsity Maze, and Safety Orange. The second pair comes in Varsity Blue, Del Sol, Varsity Red, and Black. Now, a release date is set to take place on March 7th. However, they will be available exclusively at Sacai's website. Following, there will be a wider release. We just don't know exactly when. That info should become available very soon, and retail price is $155 each. Quick update on the Nike LeBron 16 Low Safari. Now this shoe is inspired, or at least resembles, the Atmos Nike Air Max 1 collaboration, which first released back in 2003. Featuring kumquat across the upper, and then across the overlay and heel we have safari print. Beige then lands on part of the midsole. We also have black detailing and then a gum outsole. So this pair is set to release on Nike sneakers on March 2nd. Retail price will be $175. As of late, I've been seeing a lot of people liking the low version over the mid or high, whatever you want to call it, of the LeBron 16. I'm personally feeling the low in this case, but either way, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Travis Scott recently took to Instagram to showcase a new Cactus Jack Nike Air Force 1 Low. Now, we only have a preview of this shoe, which comes in a mixture of purple, navy, and brown, and they use different patterns as well as materials. This pair also pays tribute to his hometown, Texas, with TX on a metallic button by the heel. It isn't known at this time if they're going to release. It's very possible that they do, so once additional information is available, I will make sure to update you in the following video. Fans of Fear of God will be happy to learn that there will be more collaborations between Jerry Lorenzo and Nike Sportswear. One of those will be on the Air Fear of God SA, also known as Shoot Around, and this colorway is nicknamed Wheat Gold. Now the actual shade across the upper is wheat gold, and then we have black with a glossy overlay landing on the Nike swoosh. Now the look is then completed with a white midsole and outsole. But take note, this is actually a Photoshop based off what's going to release. So it's very possible that they look a bit different. The shading might be tweaked, stuff like that. Now, a set release date for this pair is not available. However, they're going to drop sometime during this summer and retail price will be $300. The next Fear of God Nike collaboration to talk about is the Nike Air Fear of God 1 that comes in yellow. Sometime back, Jerry Lorenzo did an interview with Complex where he showed off this yellow version of the Fear of God 1. Now, this is expected to release just like it's shown here, which comes with the traditional toggle lacing setup, yellow across the upper, white on the midsole, and the swoosh. Completing the look is a translucent outsole. So we have good news and bad news. The bad news is we don't know a set release date. They're going to drop sometime during the summer, but retail price is $350. Although that's still steep, when the first Fear of God 1 released, they retailed at $395. So you're going to save about $45, which in my opinion, if you like the shoes and you plan on picking them up and you're going to save $45, I mean, that's a plus. To start Jordan Brand off, we have official images and release information for the Air Jordan 6 Green Abyss. This is a grade school exclusive and it comes dressed in white, green abyss, and laser fuchsia. Not only that, across the panels, they feature a unique, vibrant design. So for those that want to purchase this pair, they drop on March 2nd. Retail price is $140. Next up, we have the Air Jordan 4 Pale Citron, but they're actually being called the Air Jordan 4 Flight Nostalgia. Now, other than the name change, everything is the same on the shoe. We've gone over it quite a few times already. So to just jump into the release information, this pair is also releasing on March 2nd. Retail price will be $190. In yesterday's video, I shared official images of the Aleli May Air Jordan 6, known as Millennial Pink. At that time, we didn't have a release date, but that has changed. This pair is dropping on March 15th. They will be available exclusively in women's sizing, and the retail price is $190. Yesterday, we talked about some Air Jordan 1 releases coming in January 2020. One of those features Gym Red and Pine Green, and the other pair we talked about, which comes in black, metallic silver, and Gym Red, we have a mock-up of the shoe. Now, you can take the look of this with a grain of salt. It could look something like this or totally different, but I felt like sharing it because it does serve as an example. Now, the only real difference I would put into it, just according to the color description, is that they would feature mostly black. Around the heel, as you can see in this Photoshop, it has metallic silver. I don't feel like that's going to be it. Possibly metallic silver on the Nike swoosh and wings branding, and then we'll also have minimal hits of Gym Red. But just take this as a visual example of what's to come. And like I mentioned, January 2020 is when they're expected to drop. That, of course, can change, and the retail price will be $160. We have new images of the Air Jordan 7 known as Ray Allen. On a side note, I'm a huge fan of this shoe. They come dressed in black, fierce purple, dark steel gray. What's left out is green. I'll talk about that in a second. This pair does resemble the Air Jordan 7 Ray Allen Bucks Away PE that was worn by Ray Allen back in 2002. Now, a few of the biggest changes on what's releasing versus what was a player exclusive is the upper that features nubuck instead of leather. The ridges on the midsole, they have been swapped, so instead of purple going first, it's going to be silver and then purple. But also on the outsole, we have green. Now that green outsole, that was actually used on the Bucks Home Edition. Also, the tongue is going to be spiced up a bit more, and the Jumpman logo on the collar, that will be done in purple. So there are some big changes, but honestly, I'm happy with the look. Also, on the insoles, it'll have Ray Allen's signature. Also, another note, the images used here, this is in grade school sizing. They will release in adult sizing, but those images have yet to leak. So if anyone was wondering why they look a little bit different. Now, as for release information, they drop on June 22nd. retail price will be $190. Nike Skateboarding and Jordan Brand will be mashing up this year. I don't want to say it's a collaboration because it's all under the same umbrella, but we're going to see quite a few Air Jordan 1s released. We know of at least 2 colorways of the Nike SB Air Jordan 1 low will release, and adding on to that, we know that 2 Nike SB Air Jordan 1 Retro High OGs will also drop. About a week or so ago, the Lakers edition was leaked, which I will showcase later in the week in one of the upcoming news videos. But here we have something new. Now the shoes come in a gray, black, and white color combination. Pretty neutral, kind of bland theme to them, right? Not that it's a bad look, it's just pretty basic. However, this pair will also have a wear away design, so the more you wear it, additional colors will be exposed. For example, where the black is on this shoe, over time that will wear away and then showcase a shade of pink. It'll be the same shade of pink that is on the insoles. Now the gray seen on this shoe, that will also fade away as well, and that will be a shade of orange. Completing this look is Nike SB branding on the tongue and insoles. No set release date, but this pair is expected to drop sometime in April, and no retail price as of yet. I kind of talked about this in yesterday's video, and we're already seeing some releases from 2020, and I shouldn't say seeing them because we're not actually getting a look at them. We're knowing what's coming as far as the model and the color description. Now, after I write an article, I'll post it on Twitter and Facebook. And Twitter, I'm pretty active on it as far as reading it and seeing what people have to say. And man, people are really getting upset that 2020 info is already leaking. But moving along for our last piece of info, in early 2020, the Air Jordan 3 Varsity Red is releasing. And as well as a thumbnail image, this is actually DJ Khaled's special edition pair that was gifted to him from Jordan Brand. However, the release is supposed to resemble this pair, or at least something like this. Obviously, we won't have like the DJ Khaled branding on it. They'll have, but they're expected to feature varsity red across the upper. Cement gray and black will work its way onto the elephant print. However, the color description doesn't list white, and obviously the DJ Khaled pair has white on the outsole as well as a few other places. Now the pair releasing could actually use varsity red, since in the color description it has varsity red twice, once at the beginning and then at the end. Of course, this is speculation, but the shoe is releasing, and the actual name of the shoe is Air Jordan 3 LE, which LE stands for limited edition. Now, we don't have specific release information. We do know they're going to drop sometime in early 2020, and we don't currently have a retail price. But let me know in the comment section below, if the Air Jordan 3 Varsity Red looks just like this, would you be happy and plan on picking them up next year? And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on sneakerfiles.com, and then we take it to YouTube. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Greatly appreciate it. And make sure to leave a comment below and let me know what you're looking forward to that I showcased in this video. After you're done doing that, if you got a second, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit the red button below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to sneakerfiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.